G'day, it's James here with GSW Energy. In this video, I want to go over just some fundamentals as well as some more intricate points of how solar and batteries work. So let's get right into it. Right, so you can see here this diagram. So the way solar works is that the solar power will generate electricity from sunlight that will go to the home first, and then that will reduce your electricity bills and help to provide a cleaner power supply and for you and for future generations as well, and everyone living on the planet. So the way it works is the first step is sunlight will hit the solar panels on the roof, and that will generate what's called DC electricity, stands for direct current, and then that electricity will flow through to the inverter, and the inverter will convert the electricity from DC electricity to AC electricity, stands for alternating current, which is the same type of electricity that is in everyone's home and flowing through the poles and wires, right? And then from there, it will go to power anything running in the home first. So that includes fridge, air conditioning, hot water, TVs, etc., washing machines, etc., etc. And then from there, the power will go to a battery if you have one. And once that battery is fully charged, any excess will go to the grid, right? And so with the battery, you can use the electricity at night, or if the power goes out. Okay, so that's how it works in terms of priorities. Solar to the home first, then to the battery, and then to the grid. So we can also look at how the electricity flows, the power flows throughout the day. So when the sun comes up, the solar production will increase up to a peak in the middle of the day, and then it will decrease to sunset. So if you only have solar panels, then it will cover anything running in your electricity in the home during the day, and then any excess, this green line here, dashed green line, will be sent back to the grid. But if you've got a battery, then you can also charge the battery, and then you export less to the grid, and electricity companies have been paying less and less for the exports every year, and some people are only getting 0 cents for what back, so they're not getting paid anything back for what they export back now. So that's how it works during the day. And then what's also worth mentioning is from 12 to 3 p.m. there's also 3 hours of free electricity that's available. Okay, and so that you can just also top up a battery, or if you don't have a battery, you can run the washing machine or a pool, or you can turn things on to run during that time. So include the washing machine, dishwasher, other things. You could even have a shower if you want to, if you're working from home or whatever, if that fits into your schedule. And then when the sun sets, again, the production will go down. But if you've got a battery, the battery can continue to provide power to supply electricity to anything running in the home. So that way, if the battery is sufficiently sized, then you can either cover your usage into the evening when the rates are higher, or around the clock if the battery is even larger. So the evening rates are higher, usually on a time of use electricity plan, and so that can at least just reduce the bill and have more impact or higher reduction in reducing higher evening rates. But if the battery is sufficiently large, it can provide more energy independence with supplying electricity around the clock, even with lower off-peak rates. And again, also a larger battery would provide more protection against rising electricity prices at different times, including the off-peak rate. Because as coal-fired power stations go offline, what that can lead to is that the rates overnight could also go up as well, because coal-fired power runs around the clock, and so less electricity supply means the prices go up if coal-fired power goes offline. So yeah, that's and usually with the home consumption, electricity consumption will be higher in the evening, especially in winter or in summer afternoons, as well as in the morning. You know, with people having a shower first thing for the day, or cooking or whatever, and again cooking in the evening. And people usually home more often in the morning and the evening, and maybe not home as often during the day unless you're retired or whatever, or working from home. So that's essentially how it works. Yeah, this goes over that here. I think I've covered all these points already. Yeah, and oh yeah, it's also worth mentioning, uh, if you're using more electricity than what your solar system can supply, then you will draw that from the grid. And if the battery gets depleted, or if it can't supply enough power all at once, then any excess on top, any additional power consumption, will be drawn from the grid. So that's why it's important to have an inverter that's sufficiently sized to cover the highest amount of power that you could draw, so that way it just provides more independence. So in terms of benefits of solar, helps to lower electricity bills and use your own clean energy, provide more energy independence, as I mentioned. So you're relying less on getting that electricity from the grid, which is essentially just renting it, because if you don't own the poles and wires and you don't own the power stations, then you're just renting the electricity that is supplied. And so it provides more independence from rising electricity prices. And costs have increased by about 25% in the last year alone, and by about 264% over a 32-year period, according to one person called Simi, who's tracked the data. I've published information about that, but I can share that with you if you ask for it. And then battery backup. Yeah, if the power goes out, if there's a blackout, then a battery can provide power protection for that circumstance. So if it does need to have that provided, it might not be. A battery can be installed without any blackout protection. It can be installed with partial blackout protection for just, say, two essential circuits, like a lighting circuit and a power circuit that includes the fridge. So the lights in the fridge can stay on when there's a blackout, or it can provide blackout protection for the whole home, which is comes at a higher cost to do that. So yeah, normally it's about $100 per additional circuit. So if you've got 10 circuits in your switchboard, it's about $1,800 extra compared to just protecting for two. And if there's no blackout protection, normally it's like a $400 discount. So clean renewable energy, yeah, again, so because it comes from the sun, from renewable energy rather than fossil fuels, it just allows you to have a lower carbon footprint. And again, protecting against rising electricity prices. So with solar and batteries, you pay for it once, or you pay in monthly repayments over a fixed period with fixed repayments, whereas with electricity, it's a never-ending cost that continues to increase each year. So by getting solar and battery system, you can pay a fixed amount over time and eliminate rising electricity costs. So that's about it. Hope you found this helpful.